Hey guys, it's Vicky, and you're listening to the Tompkins Orchestra Podcast.
And it's Rithik, and today we'll be talking about us, who we are, and some of our favorite back-to-school traditions of Tompkins and Tompkins Orchestras.
Yeah. It's a fun topic.
It is a fun
It's really
topic.
creative if you think about it.
Yeah. We'll get to know you. Never been done before in history.
I guess we can start with our summers. I went over to the Savannah College of Art and Design, and I studied in 2 courses because I'm going to major in film. I'm a senior now. I have to pick colleges.
Dang.
You're doing that next year.
That's very stressful.
Are you doing SAT right now?
I actually haven't taken a single one yet.
Are you taking it tomorrow?
No.
Oh, what's your first one then?
I don't know. Maybe I'll take the first one in December.
Okay. I mean,
I think there's a September one too.
yeah, there is. Last year I took mine in August, and then I should have taken the October one, but I didn't. And then I took the December one, and I did the school one.
Yeah. Anyway, summer. Not depressing topics like SAT.
Yeah, I pretty much just studied film for 4 weeks, and it was pretty awesome, and creative writing. Your summer?
Well, I didn't go much of anywhere. We did go on a really cool road trip where we went up east. That's not up. That's just east. And it was a road trip. First day we went to Birmingham, and then that was a long drive. And then we drove up to the Smoky Mountains, hung around there for a couple of days, came back, and we were in Nashville. And my brother was looking through Club World Cup tickets for soccer, and we realized there's a game going on in Atlanta, which was away from our road trip route, and we were a bit time sensitive because second semester of summer courses was starting. So and I couldn't do it at a hotel. So what happened was we went to see the Club World Cup game. It was a fire game, Bayern Munich versus PSG, if anyone's interested. And after that, the game ended at like 3:30. We got back to the hotel, and we drove 12 and a half hours, one go, straight back home.
That's a lot.
That is a lot. But I stayed awake for most of it. Usually I sleep during road trips, but this time my brother told me to stay awake, so I did.
Put the microphone more in front of you.
Yes, ma'am.
Now you can't see me. That's the whole goal.
Right.
I didn't know road trips. I had to fly over to Savannah. I flew by myself for the first time, like ever.
Ooh.
That was actually, it wasn't scary, I guess. It was just, I was a little sad, like leaving, because I was like, my parents, no more parents, gone. And that was really sad. And I had a stuffed animal when I was reading a book, because I'm almost 18 now. That's what adults do.
You read books?
With stuffed animals.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's like twice the fun.
His name is Curtis, and he's a capybara, and he's wonderful.
Wonderful. Right.
Yeah.
So, more about our summer. We did have summer rehearsals for Sinfonia, which was a little fun. We had 4 days, and it wasn't really that serious. It was more of just like speed running the get to know you activities and sight reading a bunch of stuff. So
do you do that when you're doing some rehearsals?
Summer rehearsals, it wasn't like rehearsal in the traditional sense. We just sight read a bunch of music as an orchestra. Because for Sinfonia, we're submitting for string honor orchestra, which is something we do in the fall. The way it works is that full orchestra, which is orchestra and band, honor orchestra, that's based on last year. So in the case, like how we went to honor orchestra last year, that was because we qualified in 2024, which was my freshman year.
Oh.
So because I qualified my freshman year, we went my sophomore year. It's different for string honor orchestra because you apply in the fall and then you get it and you go that same year.
Okay.
So if I get it now in my junior year, I will go to the TMEA convention as part of the honor orchestra in my junior year. So that means that we have to prepare for it in the fall, which is kind of why it's important for us to get to know each other now so that we don't have to bother with it later. So now we've picked our pieces, we're going at it. But summer rehearsal, we just sight read a bunch, which was just like flexing our musical muscles a bit. And it was very fun. I had a lot of fun there. And then that's about it for orchestra specific stuff. And then it's more of the get to know the freshman type stuff. Both of us had freshman breakfast. That was fun. Jimmy, anyone?
Yeah. I mean, freshman breakfast is always kind of fun. It's always a little bit, I think it's a little scary because it's scary on both ends. Where like, I'm afraid of these freshmen. I don't know what they think of me. I don't know, like, do they think I'm just like the weird person coming up and forcing them to have a conversation? And they all look a little afraid. So I feel like but it's our responsibility to step up and be like friendly and get to know them, even if it's because it's scarier for them no matter what.
Yeah.
I do like the breakfast part though.
You like the breakfast part? I prefer the freshman part over the breakfast part. It's more fun meeting new people. I don't think I even like ate much there. I think last year I even like forgot to eat.
Mm-hmm.
I just like went around. There was a lot of funny stuff that happened this freshman breakfast though.
I think I only ate eggs. No, I also had cereal because like some kids were putting cereal in cups, and I was like, oh yeah, we're doing that. and it's like we have to wake up at like 7.
Yeah.
No, we wake up at like 6 because we have to be here at 7, don't we?
No, we had to be here at 7:30.
Oh, well, that was good. We got like 30 extra minutes.
Yeah.
And then we had, instead of the park social, which is usually after, like a few hours after our freshman breakfast, we had the swimming social
Pool social.
immediately at the natatorium at Tompkins.
Yes.
I've never been in the natatorium at Tompkins.
This was my first time, yeah.
Yeah, I used to be a swim kid, so I've been in like the Seven Lakes natatorium because I did a program there. I don't remember what it was. It wasn't like a Seven Lakes program. But that was interesting.
Yeah. I don't swim, so.
I do think it was fun though.
Yeah, I do. I saw people having a lot of fun, and even sitting in the bleachers, I had a lot of fun.
I agree.
It was that one they had less freshmen, so it was mainly just talking to people I already knew. But it was, I feel like each year after you've seen someone for a year, it's like really different. My freshman year, I saw most of these juniors and sophomores, seniors graduated obviously, and I was like, wow, I don't talk to them that often. I wouldn't call ourselves friends, just like acquaintances, you know. And so next year rolls by, and I'm like, most of them talk to me now because we've seen each other for a year. And it's a massive difference that makes. As a freshman, I looked at like these like sophomores and I was like, how are these people so connected? And it just kind of just happens by itself.
Yeah.
Which was really fun. And this year, I'm closer to most of the class above me than I was last year. It's interesting.
That's interesting because it's interesting. Interesting.
Yeah.
When I was at the freshman, like the park social, I'm used to like hanging out with my friends.
Yeah.
Which I have friends, but it's like all the upperclassmen are like gone, and I think it was the first time it hit me that like, oh, I'm not gonna see them again like on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Now I was excited to meet the freshmen, but I was also a little sad of like that processing because I thought I processed it earlier, but I really didn't until I couldn't like turn around and find my senior friends.
Yeah, that was very sad.
Yeah, and those freshmen will never get to know those seniors.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I know a couple obviously from like the year that I missed, which was class of 2023, like Eugene, HD.
Oh yeah.
Alex, and you knew them as a freshman.
I did.
But I never knew them, and now I'm thinking of the seniors that just graduated and the freshmen that don't know who they are.
Yeah.
Like, we had so many great people, and they're never gonna know any of them.
A lot of people have like walked through these like halls and been in these practice rooms that we just don't. We never got the chance to know them, or it's so interesting. Like, the next group of freshmen aren't gonna know like who I am unless like you guys keep talking about me. But
Yeah,
that's still like
I'll spread the word.
That's still like eventually there's gonna be a class that just won't know either of us.
Eventually, our legacy will just like fizzle out.
It's a really fun first
Yeah.
episode.
But that again ties into why it's so important for us to get to know freshmen, because that's more people that know who we are, that know what we've done, and it's more like passing on our legacy in a sense. But it's more just who we were, because other than that, if you never know someone, you just see them from the outside. It's, you know them by reputation.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot different from knowing who they are.
And like knowing upperclassmen as an underclassman definitely changed what I've like went through in orchestra, especially, and like the things I got to do. Like getting that, it was really hard when I was a freshman to reach out to anyone because I've been shy, but getting to know like a senior in my freshman year changed like me staying in orchestra, me running for officer. Like there are so many things that happen, even in other classes, like what classes to take. It's just those connections.
Yes.
And you might not see them anymore, but you'll still be like thinking about them, and the impact they had will stay.
Yeah, I mean, I think in the past week that we've been here, I've mentioned the class of 2024, not even the one that just graduated. Like people from that class, like several times. And then I have to come back to my senses and realize they don't know who I'm talking about. And that's something that I find a little sad, but again, I cherish that, and it's like we all have to keep moving.
It's weird when that energy is turned towards like you. Like,
yes.
I've been like that on the officer workday, because we also have the day before school, officers have to come in and help make the room pretty and ready for kids to start learning. When you guys started talking to me about like, oh, I'm gonna miss you when you're like gone, and I was like, wait, what?
That was me.
No one told me about this. I wasn't expecting for anyone. I didn't realize the impact. I still don't really understand the full extent to my impact, but the fact that like I have had an impact on like the juniors and stuff, that's very kind of you, Rithik. Yeah. But it's sad. We're all gone.
It's a very happy note to start this podcast on. But on that topic, obviously, it's a bit of a shift from as your perspective changes. You start as a freshman and you eventually become a senior, which you are now. Mm-hmm. So I would never know what it was like to be a senior until I am.
Soon. It's weird.
It's a year.
It's
away.
the first time I've been in like a year where I've noticed a difference in the way I'm like behaving and like being treated, I guess. Yeah. Not in like a negative way, and like it really feels different and substantial to being your senior year because you're looking at your future. You're looking at ending things here and then moving on to going to colleges, and everyone's talking about it. And all these kids you've known since like elementary, you're not gonna see them again. Yeah. And maybe a couple you will see, and maybe you'll see them, find them on like holidays and stuff. But the idea of like this has been the only chapter of my life, and I have to close it. Yes. That's weird.
Yes. But again, like as a freshman, you come in here, you're like, obviously you're scared. How scared depends on like your disposition, but most people.
What do you mean by that?
Like who you are. I mean, like some people are naturally more open. Like some of the freshmen this year are definitely more open than others. They'll just like walk up to you and start a conversation if they want to.
That's scary. I can't.
Yes, I wouldn't either. I was lucky because my brother was in the class of 2024, so a couple of them knew them. That was my like entry point, so I kind of got lucky. I eventually would have gotten to know them, but they like that sped up the process a lot. And so what happens is that essentially you start as a freshman, you look up to these people, and they all seem like they've done so much. They have such like a reputation and aura around them, right?
Yeah.
And as you get older, like now as a junior, some of these freshmen and these sophomores have like a little bit of what I had talking to people older than me now when they were talking to me. It's like the roles were reversed, and I was like, it just happens. I thought they were like amazing people, right? And they obviously are, but it's like I saw them like as like above me, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
And now that's how like I feel like I'm getting treated, and that's very, very strange feeling.
It's definitely odd. Yeah. And like having underclassmen like come up to me and ask me just like questions or like trust me to know what's going on. I'm like, oh, I need to know what's going on now. Like, I've gotten on top of everything. Like I feel the need to inspire people and be that great leader.
Yes. Anyway, other traditions. One other one is the uniform fitting, which is something that's different from middle school. Because middle school, everyone just kind of gets their all black stuff.
Yeah.
Go to concerts, right? But here, we make sure we have like a certain level of quality, I'd say.
I definitely agree, and we have like we have a whole process where we're coming into school during the summer to get our uniforms fitted, and it's really efficient because we have the help of the orchestra parents. They even get like tailored if you have like if you're too tall or too short, and it's a lot more care than when you're in a younger level.
Yeah,
it's definitely a change in like expectation of how you're going to be presenting yourself.
Yes. And they go through the entire thing, like, with beginning of the year, every concert, it's like, your uniform's always on, you gotta make sure it's, like, for guys, your bow tie's always facing the right way, because it's really easy to make it droop. Easier than I thought it was.
Is it really?
Yes, like, sometimes, like, if you have to get it, like, really exactly tight, not tight enough that it feels like it's, like, constricting you, but loose enough, if it's too loose, it just, like, flops down. It looks
wow,
sad.
I had no idea.
And then we have, like, the cummerbund around the waistline. That thing is very annoying.
You guys have so much going on with your uniforms.
You just put on a dress.
Yeah. I mean, we have to have like the other stuff, like the shoes, and the socks. But
yeah, we do too.
but you guys have like, you have so much going on.
It's not as much as like you think. Like once you do it like once, then it's like
yeah, but I don't know. You'd expect like the girls are putting in more effort into getting ready and having like more, I don't know why it's like women's fashion is always like a higher expectation, but then it's the men at concerts who have to put in all the work.
Yeah, but it's a nice experience. I mean, uniform fitting for me was also. Like, my freshman year, that's where I met, like, a couple people. I remember some of those seniors that year, I met them because they saw me coming in through the uniform fitting. I saw them again when I was checking out, and I was like, hey, and then I saw them at school, during the school year. One of them was in my orchestra, my section. And I met him, and I was like, hey, you're the guy at uniform fitting. And he was like, yeah, it's like, this is a point to talk about. And
yeah, it's definitely, like, I love the way it's set up because we have freshman breakfast first. And so you like start to get to know these people, and then by the time they come in for the uniform fitting, they're starting to recognize us a little bit more. Yes. And then when school starts, they've seen us like once or twice, and if they didn't go to freshman breakfast, they've seen us by the uniform fitting at least. Yes. And I like the uniform fitting because it's a fun space. Just like talk to people for a bit and just like relax.
And in my case, I talk a bit too much, but
which is good for a podcast.
Yes. But then we were sitting, because I was sitting behind the checkout thing, and it's like occasionally people just like they showed up and we started talking, and they didn't leave immediately just because we were talking.
Oh, really?
They were gonna leave,
Yeah.
but then they just like stayed a while.
Wait, it all clicked.
Yeah, so that was a really fun experience for uniform fitting.
There's also once we start school, we have the cello and bass care days.
Yes.
Which we started that my sophomore year, your freshman year.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was way before that.
No, I remember maybe I'm wrong, but I remember that we started it like recently and apparently it's like, well, I believe it, but like instruments are being better taken care of because of it. Like there are a lot of things you can't do with, or you should be taken care of with an instrument because a lot of kids don't really realize how good they have it here, I guess.
Yes.
Or like it's really awesome that we have access to these instruments and that like cellos don't need to bring their own. Like the $100 fee for like care of the instrument for a whole year, that is not a lot of money.
Yeah, that's a very little money actually.
Yeah.
But the important thing is that not all like when we say $100 per person, not a lot of cellos actually get broken. Sometimes we get unlucky and they do get broken more than once.
And when one gets broken,
Yes,
it's expensive.
it
You
is
need that
very
money.
expensive. But the important thing is that we have a lot of people that use these, and these cellos are communal. So most of them have like 1 or 2 people,
Yeah.
possibly sometimes 3 that use them. And that means that that's a lot of money coming in. It's like maybe like $200, $300 per cello,
Mhm.
and not all of them get broken. So it's more
Yeah.
money for the ones that need it.
What's more important is that if they're broken or something, like small little damages, we need to fix them.
Yes.
By the end of the officers need to fix them at the end of the year.
Yeah.
And that takes a lot of time, so please take care of your instruments.
Yeah, that's slightly annoying. But other than that, nothing else is before school, right?
No, not really.
Yeah, and then back to school.
Back to school, it's always weird when you have like a little icebreaker. I like the orchestra icebreaker this year. I think it was most of my classes didn't do icebreakers.
Yeah,
I
that
guess
was weird. None of my classes did icebreakers.
it's because like we all know each other, I guess. When you're a freshman, it's different. And the workload maybe, because how many APs are you taking?
6.
And I'm taking 3 APs. I have my 4th one next semester because AP
right.
Gov and AP Macro is like 2 different things apparently.
Right.
Well, I knew that. But we just got into class. I also missed part of my first day, but I had to go to the doctor. I had to get my blood drawn, and I got a nasty bruise. I don't know how that happened.
I think that I'm not going into it.
My life is really interesting.
Yeah, and so back to school orchestra activities. In our case, we didn't have that many because summer rehearsal,
Yeah.
But summer rehearsal introductions it was mainly just get up, say something, say what your name is, something interesting about yourself, and basically that was a way to remember someone. I was unlucky because I missed some of them because I had to go and get a stool for one of our bassists.
Oh,
So I missed a couple of them. So
but you're helping.
Yeah. And then I just thought it's a really nice way to remember people, especially if you're a freshman. I remember my freshman year. I remember certain people specifically by what they said.
Mm-hmm.
Except theirs was that year it was more of advice for other people.
That's what we had.
Yeah, for us it was like if you're an upperclassman, say something advice to younger people, and then if you were a lowerclassman, right, you just say something fun from your summer.
I mean, what advice would an underclassman have? I guess they're the ones who need the advice more so than us. Although I kind of wanted the interesting summer one. Like I had a lot to say.
But yeah, and it was really fun experience, just like getting to see new faces. And I'm someone who like looks around in orchestra a lot. I think sometimes people think I'm a little weird for that, because like occasionally I just like look at people a little curiously, because like this around an orchestra there's so many people, and you think what you're doing is not interesting, but to someone it is.
That's true. Yeah.
And I look around and people like they think they're doing like perfect normal things, and I was like, why are you doing that? And it's like I don't say that, but I just
like
like
a curiosity as to like how it helps them.
Yes.
Like I like seeing how people like take their notes or like what they're doing when a teacher is talking. Like just seeing the ways they behave more so as in trying to understand them. Maybe we're both just crazy.
Possibly.
It's fun to observe people.
Yes.
Definitely. Like I like to go to a park and just sit down and like look at what people are doing.
That's weird.
No. Like because there are. Wait, I can justify this. It's like if you're writing a script or you're making a movie, which is the way I think, and you're looking at people's everyday experiences, just thinking about like the things they might do or the way they might move. I learned this in some kind of acting class. where like it's good to just observe people and see the way they walk or the way they move or certain actions they do and taking note of it because you could put that into a character and it's part of like a lot of who a person is shown like constantly. So that's what
Yeah.
I like about looking at someone and just kind of observing them or looking at my friends across the orchestra room.
Yeah, like specifically for movies. I mean, I feel like a lot of the times when I think the dialogue is bad, what I usually connect it to is what do I hear people say in real life?
Yeah.
And like kind of what would they say in that situation?
Yeah.
And I look at just how different what I thought was bad and what they would have said is different, and that really puts a light on what is natural, and it makes me question why we say the things we say.
Or sometimes I understand that perspective, but sometimes I look at like this is funny we're talking about movie scripts now. Like when you look at dialogue, a lot of times it could be the delivery of the performance because I've read a script before that looks completely natural, but if you read it wrong, it's going to sound really bad. And it takes effort, but reading it right, reading it like putting the delivery and putting the performance there will make it seem natural. Does that make sense?
Yes.
It's kind of a weird like line where like it depends on both the writing and the actor.
Yeah.
If either one goes wrong, it's not gonna work. So you can have a really good script, but an actor that doesn't know how to deliver it, and that's not gonna work out.
Yeah.
Back to orchestra. We've talked a lot about like what we've done with our summers and our back to school procedures, but do you want to talk to us about like what we're most excited for coming back to school?
Yes, so coming into this school year, there's a couple of really interesting things for orchestra. One is obviously region and all-state auditions, which are stressful. And there's two really cool things for orchestra coming up. And one of them is in the works, and we're not 100% sure if it's going to happen, but I really hope it does. And look forward to it if it does happen. And the other one is definitely going to happen. So as I mentioned before, String Honor Orchestra is coming for Sinfonia, and we have Sinfonia showcase concerts, which are, I think there's one time we played at Autumn Serenade with the other orchestras, like same concert as them. And then two of them are specifically Sinfonia showcase concerts. And we're playing three really cool pieces. Two of them are more like recent. And one of them is a Shostakovich, which if you know, is very, very cool.
I definitely know what that means.
Yes, of course. It's as a composer, search it up if you want. And it's a really cool concert. And the other one, which I'm really excited for if it happens, is us playing the score to an original Dracula movie. And that it's a really, really, really cool piece. And I think it would be an amazing experience because I've seen all these like showcase concerts, like I've seen a lot of video game ones, like Legend of Zelda one.
That's so cool.
It is really cool.
Oh my god.
And we also last year for the full orchestra concert, we played the score from the original King Kong by Max Steiner, which is like the one that looks really fake, black and white, stuffed animals type. And it was a really, really, really cool piece because these old pieces, they don't do like the pop song things, right? Like we're just like repeating chords and stuff. They put a lot of work into it in terms of difficulty because the opening of that King Kong was really hard. It was really fast too. And for the Dracula, I'm expecting it to be sort of the same way, which is why we're not sure if we can pull it off. But if we can pull it off, I think it would be one of my favorite experiences.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was I don't do any of that.
You make the films.
Actually, I went to see the second Harry Potter movie or the first one or the third one.
One of those.
One of the first three. I went to see the Houston Symphony play it. Do you hear that? I went to see that people are just practicing in Orchestra Room as they do. You know, if you hear background noise, it's people. It's a Friday. People are practicing. People are doing stuff, which is good. I like the energy here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna miss it. We don't even think about that right now.
You're so sad.
But I went to see the movie and they had the orchestra play it, the Houston Symphony play it, the score. So it was really cool.
That does sound really cool.
It's awesome.
And Harry Potter has an amazing score.
It is. I was looking at those. Have you seen those like candlelit performances that they've been? I don't remember when they happened, but there was one for like Stardew Valley, and it's usually like video games or like popular media. And there was one for Baldur's Gate 3, and I really wanted to go, and I think I didn't get tickets.
Yeah, but
I missed it.
but yeah, I think these showcase concerts are a really good show of just how cool the scores are, because when you're watching the movies, the score, it's a bit more under the radar. It's like subtly shaping
but it's
how
so
you feel.
important to the film.
Yes, and when you put it a showcase concert, it's like you're putting the score into the limelight. I mean, like for something like Star Wars, it's a bit more obvious, like the power of the score.
It's iconic.
But for other ones, it's like it's a little more under the radar, and it like like I'm not sure if you've seen those like scary movies are only scary because of the sound, right?
Oh,
And
yeah,
it was like really goofy music behind it. And it's like all of a sudden it doesn't make any sense.
Mhm.
And especially the use of silence and like really, really quiet things.
Yeah.
And something you learn in like Sinfonia is how hard it is to play quietly. It's because like most of the time Mr. Porter wants it like really, really quiet, and it's almost like impossible to make a good sound at that volume.
That's true.
And so you have to work so much harder to play soft than you have to play louder. And that's a really cool experience too. I mean, it adds so much to how much you can do as a musician and how much you can do musically.
Mhm.
Because it expands how broad the range of volume you can play is, and dynamics are crucially important in making a compelling phrase.
There are a lot of nice, pretty words.
Thank you.
A compelling phrase. We also have our socials coming up. I think the first one I can think of is August 26th, and
Poster rally?
that's Poster Rally.
Yes.
Yeah, I love Poster Rally.
Yes.
It is so much fun, and it's like one of the easiest socials in my opinion, and one of the most like effective.
Yeah, poster rally, it's really beneficial for us because we put them up. I think most schools have them, and most orchestra rooms I've went into, and they put up the posters on the soundboards at the very top. So it's really cool. You can just like look up and see this whole row of posters around you.
Yeah.
while you're rehearsing.
And like you can see the personality of like each orchestra, and there's one for orchestra, one for class, and one for instrument. Although
Yes.
if we have enough people want to do it, then we'll have one for
Yeah.
instrument. I hope we
Yeah.
do because I really like them.
Yes.
It's just like it's really easy and like relaxed, and like you just go outside in the hallway and you're painting,
Yeah.
and it's really collaborative because you'll be working with people like in your orchestra, your groups, and you'll actually start mixing and getting to know people.
But if you're listening and you don't like painting, I don't either. But I still go, and it's really, really fun because you can just walk around and everyone is there.
Yeah.
So you can literally just talk to anyone, and there's food, of course. But you can talk to literally anyone. And I've met last year a lot of people at the poster rally, and that was really fun because a lot of these freshmen, and like after freshman breakfast, you don't see them that much because
It's always hard to
Yeah.
get into going to socials. I remember my freshman year, I was really afraid of like going and not having any friends. So I went. My first one was Pi Day because I couldn't. You can't miss Pi Day.
Yeah.
But I wish I had because it's actually the opposite at like Poster Rally, especially where like you are. This is the most encouraging social to get to know people.
Yes.
And going to this one will help you have the courage to go to all the other ones and just know that like you do have a place and like you won't meet people who like you'll be friends with at socials and all that. And it's so much fun.
It is a lot of fun.
Even if you're not like good at drawing or painting, you can still like color.
Even
the
if you don't have
lines.
friends.
Okay, that's kind of crazy.
No, because even if you think you don't have friends, because
That was my situation.
whoever you are, there's something interesting about you. Whatever, like, you have something to share, or at the very least, you have something to listen to. I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of the time, what you just need is like the genuine curiosity to listen to people, and eventually they will ask you about you as well. And it just goes both ways.
How to make friends with Rithik.
Aye.
I mean, I think a lot of time too, we spend so much time with ourselves that we don't
Yeah.
realize how interesting we are. So like if I people fascinate me, like anyone. I don't think I've
You fascinate me.
Oh, thank you. I do a lot. I fascinate myself really if I think about it. But like there are a lot of people like everywhere. I wish I could know everyone.
Yes. Because I feel like everyone has someone to share.
Yeah.
And that's especially true at the poster rally because it's one of our more laid back socials.
Mhm.
Like you get the instructions like of what you're doing at the beginning, and then you're just on your own. You can do your own thing.
Yeah.
And later social is more like structured.
It is a little more structured.
But this is the first one that's like casual, get to know people.
Mhm.
And I say use that opportunity to the max to get to know people for other things.
Miss March and Mr. Porter, our directors, will also be walking around. And it's nice to get to know them outside of the classroom context.
Yes,
Because
yes.
the classroom is really fun, and I love being in orchestra class, to be honest. It's like a good part of my day. Like I get to go and have fun for 45 minutes. But getting to know them outside of that classroom context is really different.
I mean, they are really interesting people.
They just
Especially
are, yeah.
I like when poster rally when they walk around, they just like make occasional comments, and you're like, "Wow, I did not know that."
That was funny. He's a jokester.
Yeah, and then after poster rally, we have buddy social, right?
We do have buddy social after
Buddy
poster
social
rally.
is my first like really really cool social.
Really?
For freshman year especially.
Mhm.
And last year, I enjoyed it slightly less because like I wasn't getting to know all these like old cool people. So as a freshman, it's a really great.
You weren't a little
experience.
buddy. You had to be a big buddy.
Yeah, it was so sad.
But like it's really fun. You guys should sign up
Yes.
for it because being a big buddy is a lot of fun. Getting to know these underclassmen,
Yes,
and then
yes, it was.
You guys just need to be like, I don't know. Mr. Porter keeps saying to be cringe is to be free, and I guess that really like rings true, especially with the buddy social.
Yes.
You just need to get to know each other because you're gonna be together for like a whole year minimum if you're like a senior and a freshman duo. But if you're like a freshman and a junior duo, you'll know them for like 2 years.
Sophomore and freshman is even crazier.
Oh, that's true because the
that's me
officers
now.
get to do it too. Yeah. But it's so much fun, and it's just a really good space to get to know people.
For me, the people that I had as my little buddies this year, I still talk to. In fact, I talked to today, right before coming in here.
Good.
And it's really fascinating because these people, they're your first people that you're gonna meet, and it's not like you don't have to be with them per se, but we're throwing an option out there for people because all of us are big buddies because we are friendly, and we're basically like
we want to get to know you.
We genuinely want to meet you.
Yeah.
And that's something I think a lot of people get wrong when they're afraid of it. It's like, what if they don't like me? And it's like,
no, we're gonna like you.
we like everyone.
You don't get a choice.
So I think that's a great way to meet people. I mean, the people my freshman year, I had a big buddy, and another big buddy actually didn't have like any of his little buddies show up, so he just joined our group. So it was me and both of them, and one of them is actually still here. He was a sophomore, and I talked to him today as well.
Yeah.
And the other one was a senior. I talked to him so much before he left. And now I every time he shows up again, I still talk to him, even though it was a freshman and a senior, right? So it's just a great way to keep networking and keep meeting new people.
Networking in high school is crazy.
It's the best word I can think of.
It's a good point. I guess you are like networking, and networking is just making friends. But
Yes.
like when you're an adult. And
When you're an adult, it's like work. You have to meet people.
Oh, yay! And then after our buddy social, I think we have car wash.
Is it car? There's one before car wash. Yeah, it's the day after, right? After buddy social.
I think you're right.
Yes.
Yeah, and car wash is technically it's like you have to help either at one of the 2 car washes or one of the 2 fundraising
Yes.
socials. Not really a social, it's like washing cars. But
it's
really fun.
It's
yeah.
a social if you make it a social.
It's definitely one of my favorites. I guess they're all my favorite.
I made the mistake of not going to car wash my freshman year, but last year it was really, really,
It's really fun, and it's such a fun environment. Like being outside of people, and you're all doing the same thing, like a communal task. I think that's why
Yes.
Poster Rally works too. You're all working on the same thing.
I mean, it's like a group project, except it's kind of like more repetitive, so that after the first time, you have to focus less on a task, and then you can just like shift your focus elsewhere.
Yeah.
And so you can just do it, and you can talk to people or mess with them while you're doing it. I usually choose the latter.
But we still wash the cars, and they come
Yes.
out very clean. You guys should come get your cars washed. It's free. You just donate money at the end.
Yeah, we had
Please donate. Please. Get your car washed and then just leave.
I mean, we had like some pretty nice cars come through last time. We had a Corvette and a Mustang.
And
Mustang was one of the students.
oh, really?
He wasn't an
Wait,
orchestra student.
I think Mr. Porter talked about this.
Yes.
Well, I know he told me that one of his old students came through the car wash like last year, I think.
After buddy social is
Oh my god.
Is it Pi Day?
Yes.
Okay.
No, it's not. I lied. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. We have International Food Fest.
Ooh.
That's a good one. That's
Ooh.
really fun.
That is really fun.
I mean, the food ones are always just so much fun.
And it was a mistake for me last year because I was on 2 hours of sleep. But I still stayed the whole way through, and it was so fun.
Why'd you sleep 2 hours?
Because I had terrible time management skills.
How do you remember?
Because I remember I just really considered going home, but at the end of the day, I decided to stay,
And it was worth it.
I'm really, really glad I did.
Okay.
Because even though after I was on 2 hours of sleep, it kind of was like an energizing environment. If you know what I mean. I was there, and just being in that situation made me feel more awake, more alert. And I was handing out food, and then I just got to hang out with my friends, and it was a really, really fun experience. I didn't get to go in my freshman year, which was also really sad. So that's my kind of advice to all you freshmen out there. If we give you a lot of chances, take all of them, because you will probably regret them later.
I definitely agree. In my freshman year, I was an athletic trainer, so after school I had to be at football practices. I think it's a great program, but it wasn't right for me. So
It's so interesting.
Do you not know that?
I did not know that.
We've been friends for a while.
I didn't know. I didn't even know that was an option.
Yeah, I wanted to be a doctor.
Oh, sports medicine.
It was sports medicine, but it's more like physical therapy.
Yeah.
And it was definitely, if you want to be a doctor or you want to go into physical therapy specifically, then I think it's a good program for you. It didn't fit me, and I realized I wasn't the right person. It wasn't the space I wanted to be in, but it took a lot of time after school, so I couldn't go to any socials. The only one I
That's
got
so
to go
sad.
to, yeah, I got to go to was Pi Day. And then like spring semester, it kind of like waned off because once football season ends, you don't really have, you have other sports, but it's not as bad. But if I could go back like through high school, I would definitely make an effort to go to more socials.
Yeah.
It's definitely worth it. And sometimes it's a little sad where people like figure it out later rather than earlier because
Yes.
you finally get the courage to go. But like if you start going at the beginning, like you'll get to know people and the you stay in the program not only for the music but also for the
Yeah.
people.
And especially in high school in general, you have to put yourself out there. Otherwise, you don't get to meet people at all. Because I feel like for one thing, people they get stuck in their own heads basically, and it's like, what if they don't like me? Well, then you don't gotta talk to them again. It's a big school. You get to there's a lot of people here, and eventually you will find people that like you, and you'll find like a lot of people that like you actually, especially in orchestra because we all seem to be good people.
Well, I always assume worst case scenario where someone won't like me, and it's always like the opposite. Like I'm just it's my own insecurities holding me back rather than the
Yes,
actual
yes.
people. But we have a spring trip this year.
Oh, is it New Orleans?
I don't know yet. I guess we'll
Oh,
find
okay,
out.
okay.
It's find out, guys. Tune back in. But I remember my freshman year, I only went. We had a Dallas trip. You weren't there. You didn't
My
exist.
bad.
But
All excuses, man.
you were in fact in middle school. But my freshman year, my dad forced me to go to the freshman. Forced me to go to the spring trip.
Spring trip, yeah.
He was like, I told him, no, I don't want to go. I have no friends. Like, it's not, I don't want to, like, put myself in that position. And he was like, okay, for that reason, you're going on the trip. And I was mad, but I was pleased because, like, I wanted to go. I was just scared. So him, like, pushing me out the door that way. And we left for a weekend. And I met everyone that I'm friends with, like, today. I met on that trip. like, that was probably one of the best decisions I made. And it was just amazing.
Yeah, that's just a testament to how powerful just one of these experiences can be. Because the thing about a social is that everyone is there.
Yeah.
And like maybe not all of your freshman friends, but everyone older than you. And if you restrict yourself to just being friends with people in your own grade, it's a really depressing life.
That's definitely interesting about like high school and being an elective for so long. You get to know people in all grade levels. They're going at it.
that is a
Okay.
Sinfonia honor orchestra piece.
Oh,
Not honor orchestra.
it's good.
Showcase.
But I remember. What I remember.
You remember
Something.
We were talking about
Making friends.
Making friends, right? Spring trip.
Spring trip.
Right.
Yeah. I didn't get the courage to start going to socials until after spring trip.
Yeah.
But it's definitely worth it to go and like get to know people, and they're fun. Like if you're not having fun or something's happening and you need to leave, you can always leave earlier. It's not like an event where you need to stay for a certain number of hours.
Yeah, and that's the best part. You're not forced
It's
to be there.
flexible, yeah,
Yeah.
but people choose to stay like after a little bit sometimes.
Yes,
We have to
yes.
like kind of usher them out so we can leave too.
Yes.
but that's how much people like it. And I'm really excited for this year.
I am too.
It's going to be really good.
And then after that, second last social, we have Pi Day,
Yeah.
which is also really interesting. Pi Day, the most interesting part, obviously, is the pieing the directors and the presidents.
I actually had no idea about that till my sophomore year.
Yeah, I found it out my freshman year. It was really fun. They have a bunch of games and you compete, and the winners get to pie these people, and they compete amongst each other for who they get to pie. And it is gonna be a really, really fun experience. And
It's definitely a bonding moment with all your
Yeah.
classmates. Be like,
Yeah.
go, and like
there's a couple surprises in there.
the satisfying when it lands and it smacks into the person's face.
It was really satisfying last year. I forgot who they were playing, but it like stuck.
Was it Mr. Porter?
I think it was Andrew,
It was Andrew. I think you're right.
President Andrew,
President Andrew.
and it just like stuck to his
2024,
face. It was hilarious.
It did.
And after Pi Day, we have Winter Social, right?
We do, yeah. We have our it's like I
White
think it's White
Elephant.
Elephant and
Yes.
karaoke.
Yes.
That one's really
I
fun.
actually haven't got to go to that one yet.
Oh,
My freshman year, I don't remember exactly what it was. I think I just like decided not to show up. I was like
mhm.
out with my friends somewhere, and they didn't show up either. And then
Mhm.
last year we had the Midwest Clinic, so I couldn't be here for that one.
Oh, we didn't have one last year. We should probably cut that out. We'll cut it out later.
Well, we like to pretend we did.
Cut. I'm excited for the one we're gonna have this year.
Yes. me
I
too, me
just
too.
tapped the table for no reason. You're gonna hear that now. That's not good. Oh well,
We cutting that too.
I guess. I'm really excited for the White Elephant Christmas, whatever social we're gonna have
I'm
this
actually
year.
excited for a lot of. I mean, this year we've planned out a lot of our socials already, so it's like
We have a new one in the spring.
Yes, I think we're doing a lot more this year, and I'm actually really excited for that because it's more chances to get to know people. I mean, I think most of the time socials is like 2 hours blocked out. It motivates me more to like not waste time other times
Yeah.
because I know if I get my work done, then I don't have to like go home early or anything,
Yeah.
and I can just go to the social, enjoy myself.
Yeah.
And I think that's really good for most people because that also helps us have more fun memories together. Most of my memories with orchestra people are from socials,
Yeah.
and other times like we've seen each other after school in the orchestra room. But most of the time it is socials. I remember all of my socials, and I think a lot of people do. And that's why I feel like it's really important to start from freshman years, go to as many as you can, and just keep going to as many as possible, so that you can have those memories for your life.
Yes,
You're
for
stuck
life.
with them.
Oh, it definitely changes the environment in the orchestra room after you've been to a couple
Yeah,
socials.
and like once you've seen everyone, like you go to the orchestra room. It's just a familiarity of seeing people that
Yeah.
you've seen before.
Definitely. That's pretty much all we had to cover for today's episode. Don't
Yeah.
laugh. Don't laugh.
Yeah, that's about
You
it.
do a better outro.
Yeah, it's been our podcast, what we do, who we are, so that you have a familiar voice the next time you tune in. And next time, we will have a guest with us. And for most of the ones after that, too.
We'll be having guests.
We will be having guests.
There are some
So
fun
you'll-
episodes coming up.
You'll get to meet some new personalities.
You'll get to meet the personalities of our program.
Yes, you will get like the full range of every type of person here. And I think it's going to be a fun time.
That's all for today's episode. Have a great day. Stop calling.